I'm just drinking Eintracht Frankfurt's tears as they go back to the depths of irrelevancy. But hello everyone, welcome to BayernNow, the ultimate Bayern Munich fan channel. Bayern have just absolutely, in a weird way, killed Eintracht Frankfurt, right? That was the weirdest game I've ever watched. The second half was absolutely boring. Now the reason why the thumbnail says frustrating and the title says good enough, because I want everyone to answer me this. If that's a game where it's against Leverkusen, we'll play them on July 4th. Let's say it's Leverkusen in the DFB Pokal final. Let's say it's a Champions League final game against a PSG. Is that performance and the way we played good enough to win a game like that? Let's say we play on July 4th against Bayer Leverkusen, who want to win the trophy just as much as we do. Is the way we play today going to get us through the line? Because let's not pretend like we won that game because we absolutely dismantled them attacking wise. We didn't not really create that many chances. Let's not pretend like that. They actually got on us a little bit. The only reason we're up is because Alphonso Davies decided to become the best winger in the world. He decided to channel powers from the great Iron Robin. Robin's not dead. But like I'm saying, this game wasn't good enough, right? We always have to look at the game and everything, the context. We didn't play well today. No one's getting a 10 out of 10 because they didn't do well today. The players collectively, not that anyone like put us down and kept us to a certain extent. We didn't play well today, and that's okay. I just wonder if it's because we were tired or because maybe Frankfurt got us a bit figured out. But we did play very well in the first half, and we can't forget that. The energy levels were high. Our best player on the pitch, Leonardo Di Goretzka. Goretzka has been our best midfielder since the restart of the season. He's been our most influential, especially after Thiago got injured, and he's been superb over the last few games. You wonder how Bayern's going to cope with Thiago returning, because Thiago played well coming on. But, like always, it's a cup game. You can't predict it. But at the same time, you know, if you want to win the cups, if you want to win the biggest cups, i.e. the Champions League, UEFA Super Cup, FIFA World Cup, because they're all relevant, you have to perform to a certain extent, to a certain level. Frankfurt definitely did play very well. They tried to keep Davies offsides, and Davies somehow kept himself on. I mean, if Davies is offside, I think we lose that game. If Davies was offside and we couldn't get that second goal with Lewandowski scoring it, we lose that game. Speaking of Lewandowski, we'll talk about him, but let's get straight into the match ratings because that's what everyone really cares about, if I'm being honest. People really care about that. Neuer didn't have much to do, but he's gonna get a 6, not because he actually conceded a goal. He can't get a 7, but he's gonna get a 6. The goal wasn't his fault. He didn't have anything to do with that goal. He wasn't involved. For a goalkeeper, a 6 means you didn't do much. It doesn't mean you were crap. A 4 is like you're crap. For goalkeepers aren't involved. They're not outfield players. They're not needing to be creating goals and creating assists and making 50 passes per second. That's not Neuer's job. His job is to obviously be a goalkeeper. So Pavard, I think Pavard had another. This is a Pavard performance. People love telling me that Pavard is the best right back in the world. I get it. He's doing well. But for me, I see a right back more than just what he does, win headers. That's cool. He did get skinned a couple times today. The goal that they scored, as a fullback, I've played the right back position before. What you want to do, it's very simple. Make the guy go out wide and then close him down so he doesn't put in a sexy ball. That's what you do. Well, Pavard in this case, let him have the space. He put a cross in and we conceded. If that's a different game, different context, we lose a lot more. And also, we saw Pavard go in and get a few fouls for no reason. This is what I meant. He gets fouls for no reason whatsoever. He didn't need to be doing that. So Pavard, for me, just a okay game. Average, didn't do much, wasn't Ronaldo on the pitch, wasn't Philipp Lahm on the pitch either. Boateng. Jerome, the freaking fat man Boateng. I can't believe I'm doing this. Boateng's going to get an 8.5 for me. he was literally our best defender on that pitch today. I can't believe Boateng did the things he did on that pitch. I can't believe he was as consistent. They came at him a little bit, especially when Doss came on. I think Doss didn't start, did he? He came on, and they actually came at Boateng. And he held his own. And there was a moment where I was like, Boateng, come on, go rush in, go lose the ball or something. And he actually held his own, Just overall, really solid game from him. Alaba's going to get an 8 because he's David Alaba and he gets whatever score he wants. Let me go to this color because that's what we need. Alaba's just going to get an 8 for me, right? He's Alaba. He's going to progress the ball. He's going to nib the ball. He's going to intercept when he's needed. That's what he does. He's David Alaba. I think out of all our defenders, this is the first time in his career he'll ever get this. Out of this entire backline, Boateng is the most highly rated player because Alphonso Davies is getting an 8. A lot of people, rightfully so, were saying, oh, his passing is all over the place. He's missing passes. But remember, Davies, in a very hard cross, it's not an easy cross, put the ball right up to this guy and he couldn't score it. Alphonso Davies, I mean, in the first 30 seconds, he skinned about 4 players. That's how saucy this guy is. This wasn't the greatest game for Davies, but it was still a superb game. Wonder if you can hear me. Okay, you can hear me because no one's talking about what I'm talking about. So I'm confused. So Davies for me did do well today. Played well, moved the ball, and he does what Davies does, and that's recover crucial interceptions everywhere. But maybe, just maybe, I wanted him to, have his passing perfect. But that could be another thing to do with Perisic, who I'll talk about later because I'm not the guy to go, oh, he scored a goal, so he's the best player of all time. No, I'm not that guy. Kimmich gets a nice little 8. He was involved in the second goal really, really well. But for me, Kimmich is not our best midfielder right now. Our best midfielder is actually Leon Goretzka. The way Kimmich played was actually superb. I'm giving Goretzka 9.5, and we're giving him our man of the match. He's going to be man of the match. Goretzka, for me, was absolutely superb. Quintessential in that midfield. The way he moved the ball, superb, man. He was so crucial to just the way we played. I mean, Goretzka, man, so much criticism this guy gets for absolutely no reason. How can you justify giving Goretzka any sort of criticism after this game? You can't. The guy's been crucial for the last 5-6 games. He's been our best player, one of our best players in each of them. He's been so consistent in over the last few games. Leonardo da Vinci Goretzka. He's creating defensive and attacking masterclasses on the pitch. He was getting on the end the crosses. And guess what? Thiago came on and Goretzka had to move a little bit more advanced, and he still did the job. He still did it. So for me, Kimmich didn't. He does what Kimmich does, right? Kimmich didn't get on the ball that much. I'll be surprised if he had more than 70 touches. Kimmich was not on the ball that much, right? He wasn't. I don't know. I feel like just Kimmich in general was just, he was more involved in the box, showing with the fact that he actually was involved in the second goal. So that's crazy. He was actually very much more involved in the attack than in the defensive aspect of the game. And also Goretzka's ball recoveries were all over the place. Coman gets a 1. I don't know what this guy does on the pitch. No, I would give him a 2 because just give him a 3 because what does he do on the pitch? He's just fast. That's it. Even that, he doesn't use it well. People say Davies is so good because he's fast, but Coman's fast too, and he's not that good. There's a lot of fast players that aren't good at all. There's a lot of fast players that don't have any brains. Coman had 2 chances today. Kimmich put him through, I think, on one. Brilliant chance, and somehow he made himself lose the chance. The way he ran at the ball made himself lose the chance. And he just was not sharp today. He just wasn't doing it. He wasn't as involved. I don't know what Coman did today. I'm sorry. Müller should have had maybe 50 assists today. Not because, Lewandowski also missed a big chance. I don't know, but Coman, it's just the moments he misses the chances in. It's when we need him to score the most. That's when he misses the chances. Now, put this game in a different context. Say it's Real Madrid, Champions League semi-final, 80th minute. Coman misses that. We will all take his head off. But because it's Frankfurt, who aren't as good as Real Madrid or as good as any other team in the league, they're like a mid-table club that have lucked their way to the semi-finals of this competition. Dortmund and Leipzig just decided we don't like this competition. We're just going to lose every game. So imagine if this was Leipzig or something, or if this was a harder game. And Coman gets that opportunity and misses in the fashion he did. I wonder what happens. I wonder how people are going to talk about him. Because people will be sympathetic today with Coman and say, oh, it wasn't that good. He just didn't step up today. And if that was a different game, you'd kill him for it. And have the same energy. Müller gets an 8.5. He didn't do enough to get a 9 because a 9 is like perfect. which means you got 4 assists, and Goretzka gets a 9.5 because he was near perfect until he got subbed off. If he stayed that entire game, I'll give him a 10. But Muller does what Muller does. Somehow I don't know how he did it. Thomas Muller is on crack or something, because I don't know how, and wow, how did he get that ball after deflected to Perisic in a perfect position the way he did? Muller is on. Oh, he's playing in a different world. We're all here. Muller is in a different universe. He's not even high up. He's in a different universe. How did he get the awareness to play the exact weighted ball that Perisic knew he needed to get that first goal? That's the quality we talk about with Muller. That key pass. He's always sharp and smart, intelligent. Sometimes you don't need to be highly technical. Muller just has to be. He's just so smart, intelligent. He knows what type of ball to play, where to play it into. I feel like he's looking at the pitch with another set of eyes, Muller. It's amazing to watch him play. Perisic gets a 6.5. I'm sorry, look. No, I'll give him a 7. He didn't make that many errors today. Him and Davies didn't connect, as Davies does with Gnabry. I think that's a big reason why. But Perisic did what Perisic does. He scores a scammer goal, and now he's given us a bigger reason to buy him on a permanent. He scored a scammy goal. I mean, for him it was a scammy goal because he didn't really deserve to score. If anyone deserved to score, it was Goretzka, it was Kimmich maybe, it was Davies, right? These are the players that deserve to score, but he got himself a scammy goal, Perisic, and that's what people are going to say. Oh, let's keep him now. You don't think if we had Sané... I mean, this game proves so much why we need Sané. Lewandowski, I'm going to give Lewa a 7 too. I don't know what he did today. Lewa just... Yeah, he got pocketed a little bit. They kind of were on him. I mean, they tried to kill him. They literally had a plan to kill Lewandowski today. I'm telling you, Gerd Muller's working some German voodoo black magic to make sure Lewandowski doesn't score more goals than him. Because since the restart of the season, everyone thought Lewa would score 40 goals. And he's been getting hit every single week, banged in the head. I don't know how Lewa's still surviving, but they've been trying to kill Lewandowski. Gerd Muller definitely has blood on his hands at times. Kimmich got killed too. Hansi Flick, I have to give Flick a 7. He didn't... Look, that second half, what were those substitutions? What justification did he have to move Davies to wing? See, I told you. You move Davies for 1 second and we concede a goal. It happened last weekend, or yeah, technically it was last weekend, and now you move Davies out of any of our team, we automatically concede a goal. And that's exactly what happened today. Lucas was a little bit at fault for that goal because as a fullback, you're supposed to at least read the play and maybe make a block. I mean, it was a good goal from Frankfurt, from Da Costa, who just came on, but it just shows you how crucial Davies is to how we play. Without Alphonso Davies in our system, I don't know how we can actually go about playing games. How can we alleviate pressure? Hansi Flick has blood on his hands now with that red on him. But for me, the substitutions made no sense. The way he brought on, I think Davies, if anything, bring off Boateng or Alaba. Alaba hasn't gotten a rest. Take off Alaba, bring on Hernandez, keep Davies, or bring off Davies, bring on Hernandez, keep Coman on the pitch, keep Perisic on the pitch. He didn't need to bring Davies to win. Yeah, we did capitulate as soon as Davies moved to the wide areas. We did. Da Costa scored immediately. It's not a coincidence that Da Costa didn't start because they knew Davies would pocket him. But Da Costa comes on, Davies goes to the wide areas, immediately Da Costa scores. Exactly my point. So, substitutions-wise, Lucas did well. So I'll give Lucas Hernandez a 7. It's not a performance to say, oh yeah, he should start over Davies or start over Alaba. But it was a decent performance from him. He didn't get injured, thankfully. And I you know what? No. I'm giving Lucas a 9. Lucas Hernandez gets a freaking 9. LH, Lucas Hernandez gets a 9. You know why? Because he fought those little bastards trying to kill Thiago. When Thiago got shoved apart, he fought him, man. He went like, oh, that's what I want. We never had that raw attitude. Vidal had it, and we don't have that right now. A player that can just push you. Lucas has that Atletico Madrid mentality. You can tell he played for Atletico because he does not let BS go past him. And I love how Lucas got up and was like, don't touch my little Spanish magician, aka Brazilian, born in Italy. Thiago ready to tackle Godcantara. Don't touch him. Speaking of Thiago, I thought Thiago was superb coming on too. 7 out of 10 for Thiago. Who else came on? Javi came on. He'll get a standard 6. He didn't do much. He came on for a few minutes just to slow the game down. Thiago was superb though. He came on 3 seconds later. He does his little Thiago turn where you think he's not going to go and then he just goes. It's almost like he's reading their minds while he's making these decisions on the pitch. So Thiago gets a 7. Lucas gets a 9 because he was there Javi Martinez got a 6. That's an average 6. He didn't prevent a goal. He did his job. That's what you do. If I was to give Javi Martinez a 7, it means he came on and became our best and pushed for man of the match on the pitch. That's what it means. But for me, superb ratings there. I mean, those are perfect ratings. Who else came on? No one else came on. I already gave Coman his 3, deserved. Perisic wasn't as crap as Coman, so he gets a 7. But another game where, look, in a different context, I just want everyone to keep remembering this. We're not in this for, the DFB Pokal is the competition that we're in. We're most likely to win it than lose it because we're playing Bayer Leverkusen. But take out Frankfurt, put a team like Leipzig in here today. If we're playing Leipzig or a team that has a spine in them or has organization and a good coach, the way we play today is not good enough. It's not, especially in a cup final. You don't want to go to the Champions League versus PSG and have that performance. You don't. Because PSG have Neymar, Mbappe, Icardi, Di Maria, who can do something spectacular at any moment in the game to get you a win. The way Coman missed that, the way Lewandowski missed that. 2 open goals we missed in a way. Well, I wouldn't say Lewa's one was an open goal, but I think it was just, it got through his legs, man. And the way we just, overall, that was not good enough. It wasn't, we won. Right? We played decent, or actually we played really good in the first half. But then you also have to look at football, not just from one half. It's more than 45 minutes. It's actually double that, 90 minutes. By the way, leave a like on the video. Let's get to 10 likes. But you have to look at it in full context. We didn't play perfectly, and that's okay. You can have a situation where you don't play perfect, but you also have to realize that, okay, it depends on context, right? For a team that wants to win the treble, win the Champions League, win the Super Cup, UEFA Super Cup, if we win the Champions League and get to the final. For a team that has these ambitions, that performance today wasn't very representative of that. If a team like PSG are watching us play tonight, they're thinking, oh, I can exploit them. What you want is for them to know that, oh, hell no, I don't want to go to the Allianz. That was at the Allianz Arena, guys. It was. That game wasn't at the Signal Iduna Park. That wasn't at the Eintracht Frankfurt Stadium. It was at the Allianz Arena. That's not a good enough game at the Allianz Arena. No one's going to think that's a good enough game. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh yeah, I want to moan. I'm not moaning. I'm rather just stating the reality. Our team talks so much publicly about how we want the Allianz to be a fortress. That didn't look like a fortress today. That looked like a freaking hut. That looked like an African hut, man. You could just go into it, blow some wind, and it would just fall apart. That didn't look like a fortress. I guess Coman performed well on the left. He did not perform at all anywhere, but, he performed decent on the left. Quit saying he performed well, because he didn't. That game shows just what we need. We need Sané and Havertz. That game shows it. If you have Sané, Leroy Sané, and Kai Havertz in that situation where Gnabry gets injured and you don't have to play Perisic, you have these 2 ballers, man. That's what we need. We need depth. Hansi said it himself. We need wingers. I think Havertz is going to come in and be planned to be used for at least 2 years as a winger, and then he's going to move into the center. He's going to play a lot of games in the middle, but he's gonna mainly be used out wide because Muller's form is too much to drop him. You are the biggest hater on Coman. I don't hate Coman. You know what? Here's a perfect reason to hate Coman. He beats his wife. That's a perfect I don't hate the guy. I don't care what he does off the pitch. I don't hate him as a person. I hate what he does on the pitch. He's not smart enough on the pitch when we need him. He's not as crucial as we want him to be. It's okay to think that. I'm not gonna go, oh, maybe I don't have any hate for Coman in my heart. I'm not a hateful person. I like everyone on that team just as I don't like any of them as people. I don't care about how they are as people. For me, in order to hate someone, I have to hate them as a person, but I don't hate Coman as a person, so I can't hate him. I like all their players as people. Whatever they do, I don't care. I don't care about when their birthdays are. I care what their value is, right? But for me, it's about what you're doing on the pitch, because that's what I care about this club for. I care about what we do on the pitch. I couldn't care less if we do a deal with TikTok. I don't care. I care what we're doing on the pitch. That's what I'm passionate about. I'm passionate about watching Bayern on the pitch. I don't want to talk about transfers if that player isn't going to do it for us on the pitch. You know what I mean? It's so important to do it on the pitch. I don't hate Coman. No one hates Coman. A lot of us just get frustrated by the fact that not only does he get a lot of injuries, he's injury prone, but he also plays crap. That's the point. Gnabry, we can all, be just a little bit calmer on him because he actually plays well when we need him. He only seems to turn up in big, more important games. But Coman, he doesn't turn up and then he gets injured. That's my problem, and that's a lot of people's problem. Coman needs Muller's touch. No, Coman does not need Thomas Muller's touch. Have you seen Muller's touch? Muller doesn't have a perfect first touch. He has a horse first touch. The first touch goes all over his body. But it works because he's Muller and he has his build for it. It is in that way with Coman, and it's fine. Look, we can say it. He's 23, but how long has this guy been here? Gnabry's been here in the shortest period of time and done more than him and done the same. Coman hasn't done much here. Injuries, and then he's crap at times. I hope he gets his form. Right? People were telling me, oh, Coman's so good. He scored a goal. Oh, yeah, we love Coman. Oh, Coman, we love you. We always knew you had it in you. Football is more than just one game. It's not just more than one game. Right? Because if you're gonna overrate a player or underrate a player based off just one game, not the entirety of their season or the entirety of their whatever it is, if you're gonna say that one thing about a player, you have to look at it in context. If you're going to go, this player's crap, he just did this, he just did that, that's dumb. You have to look at it from an overall season, from what you're seeing. Your eyes are very biased. Our eyes are biased. My eyes are biased. If I see an ugly girl, I'll be biased against her. I won't like her. But if I see an attractive girl, I'll be attracted to her and I'll be biased towards her, which is the exact proof that our eyes are very biased. Which means what we're seeing from Coman is different from each and every one of us. We're very biased with our eyes. I wish we could spend more money on players like Sani Havertz instead of Hernandez. He does not have the Mia. Hernandez showed me today actually that he does have the Mia San Mia mentality. Did you see how Thiago got shoved and he was like, nah, hell no, I'm not taking that. I'm gonna kill you now. Hinterrigge scored 2 goals against us with Frankfurt. He scored a hat trick technically plus a known goal. And he pushed Thiago today. Thiago hit the board. They wanted to kill our players today. And I love how Lucas, that's why I gave Lucas a 9 here. That's why. It's a sentimental 9, but it's not because he played that great, but because he went at that guy, wanted to kill him too. That's what I like. I'm sorry, I like it. I enjoy it. So very overall, like I said, it's a good game for the context. It's Frankfurt. But it's not a good game for the overall big picture of we are a team that wants to win this trophy, and this trophy. We want to win everything this season. If we want to win the UEFA Champions League, don't we want to play like we want to win the UEFA Champions League? Don't we want to absolutely dismantle Frankfurt and totally make sure we don't concede any chances to them, concede any goals? Don't we want to do that? That's what Bayern is. That's what we've always been about. We've always been about just dismantling teams when we need to and showing the rest of Europe that we're ready. And then the statement signings. We talk about why do we need Sani? Someone actually said towards the beginning of the match when I was saying Gnabry got injured, which is a good reason why we need Sani, because we get a lot of injuries. Someone said, why is we talking about Sani in a semifinal? And I said, what did I say? I said, I think it was around the time Coman missed the chance he did. It just shows, man. But yeah, we're coming towards the end of the stream. By the way, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and make sure you leave a like on the video. And he makes too many mistakes for a most expensive signing. Yeah, Lucas, he has a chance to to get better. The match was boring and crappy, but we have to remember Frankfurt was defensive and wasn't a walkover today. Frankfurt weren't that defensive. They actually didn't defend that much, especially overall throughout the 90 minutes. They actually, in terms of, they kept us compact, which is cool, right? They're a boring team to watch. That's what, they learned it from Niko Kovac. The boring football, cross and hope for any god to make it a goal. That's what they do. But yeah, it was a midfield battle and Goretzka won it. I think Goretzka was superb. I mean, you think about it, if Frankfurt had Kostic, who was suspended, and instead of the guy who was putting in crosses today, and Kostic is the one putting in the crosses, Kostic is going at, Pavard got skinned a few times. Think about if that's a different player going at Pavard instead of the guy that was the number 15 that came on that created the chance for them, which they scored. Think about if he was in there for more than the entire game. If Frankfurt definitely played a different way with different players and had their entire squad, we lose that game just off our performance, not theirs, ours. We didn't do enough to win that game if we were playing Leipzig or Dortmund or anyone else. Perisic scored, but yet was still poor. Exactly, he was poor today. And that's another reason why we need Havertz and Sané. We signed these two players with the way, as a team, we're the best club in the world, best team in the world right now. But imagine you get Sané and Havertz. You just boost your... Wan-Bissaka needed. No, we don't. We don't need Wan-Bissaka. We don't need Wan-Bissaka. We need a guy that can actually attack. Pavard, he can do the defense, sit back thing, right? Depending on the game. But we need someone that can come on for Pavard that offers something different. That's what we need. But in relation to Lucas Hernandez, if he stays fit, does he play over Alaba and Davies for me? For me, no. Absolutely not. Because there's no logic in that. What do you think are the chances of Sané and Havertz coming? I think there's a 70% chance, actually 80% chance that those two are signed this window. And what did Lothar Matthäus come out and say? Now, I'm not going to say he's perfect and he knows the club in and out. But if he's saying Bayern have the money, I believe it. And before the transfer window, we came into this saying Bayern have the money. And you get Sané and Havertz in there, dude, you won't have Coman at the end of those chances. You'll have Sané or Kai Havertz. The opportunities Perisic got today, not that he scored a goal, but imagine if that's Sané and Havertz. I think it's just a different ball game when you have Sané and Havertz, and then Gnabry and then Coman. Those are four wingers. I think we should let Perisic go. It looks like Inter Milan want money for him. We're not stupid. We will definitely not spend more than 10 million on Perisic. No way in hell Bayern spend more than that, because that's just stupid. Lucas for me is a flop. Crap buy. Out with him, Boateng, Martinez, and Perisic. I get it. Lucas isn't a flop yet, though. He needs a full season. He's still very young, 23 years old, almost 24. He needs time. That's the thing. Which time we do have. We don't need to... We didn't lose money just yet. But thank you everyone so much for watching this. I have to go now and live my life and eat. Oh, I said it. I want to eat so bad. But Mia san Mia and peace. Leave a like on the video, by the way. A lot of you don't like doing that. Why am I erasing that? But yeah. I thought when I erased it, it would just end. But yeah. See you tomorrow for the Bayern Munich transfer news and everything else. Yeah. See y'all tomorrow.